Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing now is Mahomes. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And this is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Chiefs on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right?
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Griffin. Man open left side is Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Griffin buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down. On second down, Griffin escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On third down, Griffin. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest
Oh,
throw
my
you're going to
God.
get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Mahomes to throw on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And going deep for Hill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now Griffin on second down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston able to drop him for a loss of 4. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. They'll run with Allen.
No.
Down to the 30.
No, Sammy.
Second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down, Griffin. All that gets him is just a yard, and now
all that running around, son.
How about a
I don't know what the fuck was that bullshit.
They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's Griffin. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a shot taken off.
Well, we know you can't kick, so this is a wrap, son.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes
I don't need, there's no flag, so.
Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And this kick is not going to get there.
Nope, it's not going to get there. That shit is garbage.
So it's a rare two-miss ball game for
garbage.
Guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him, one of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to go.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Okay.
And they'll go with the ground attack here.
Oh my God, I should have kept him up. That's my fault.
For no gain. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The 4th down run successful.
No, we play with these niggas free.
First down.
We can't kick, so.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there.
He can't kick, so he can't win. Do you understand?
2nd and 2.
I like the
You gotta play the kick in this game. I missed the extra point too, though. So.
In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. And Allen's got it. And he's going to get
oh my God, you can't be serious. That's a pick all day.
Yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That's crazy.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Nah, no touchdown tick out here.
Crabtree with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more
No
there, and they're on a
touchdown
roll.
team.
It's another first down.
You see, Craig, I had to just make it a little fun for myself. You know, challenge my defense, but
They'll look to throw.
he's still on this shit.
And the stop
No.
inside the 5 at the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that.
Well, he got 7 though. That's crazy.
Nice solid
So
game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Now a toss play. Allen. And they'll be driven back here. Losing yardage to the 9. Called out a loss of 5 yards on the play.
call that game. Just call that game.
Third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17
Yeah,
seconds.
you better come
to
up with something there, boy. You better come up with something funky fresh.
The Ravens on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Being chased down.
Oh, he'll look to run. Back it up, back it up, back it up. I'll take 4 for 13. Make him make the longer kick.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good
Oh
about
boy.
it. People celebrate.
You should be able to make this though. This I mean, don't get much easier than this.
And his
Okay.
kick is indeed good.
I like
We'll
it.
tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now here comes Kansas City. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
More now on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Slow.
Now a carry for Allen. Fights through it. And now running right through it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Play action. It's Griffin. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They go play action. Griffin. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. entry, the intended receiver. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll run it here. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. He hit his first, now this from 43. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.